Welcome, dear students, for our new topic, the theories of emotion. In the last class, we have learned the primitive or the primary theories of emotion. That's James Lange theory and Cannon theory. Here, today, we are going to look about the new theories of emotions or the modern theories of emotions. The first of the theory is the opponent process theory. The opponent process theory suggesting that the emotional reaction is followed by automatically by an opposite reaction. It's just like the Newton's law of motion. That's every action there will be an equal and opposite reaction. Just like in the emotion, in the case of emotion, this theory suggesting that there will be a opposite reaction for every emotion, and if the exposure to a stimulus cause the initial reaction to the weaken and the opponent process or opposite reaction to strengthen. That means if a doctor or if a surgeon going to his first ever surgery in his career, he will be very excited, and after the success of that operation, he will be definitely get happy. But in case if suppose if that person is doing the surgeries every day or every week, will he get that excitement? No, definitely he will not get that much excitement, and sometimes the repeated exposure to that activity or that stimulus will cause a boredom or dissatisfaction while doing that operation. That means he is regularly doing that, he get happy, he get excited, he get amazing. And in the case in another case, it can be said that the continuous exposure to that situation will create boredom. And the next one is the shatter two factor theory or Shatter's two factor theory. It is also called as Shatter-Singer theory of emotion. It's suggesting that our subjective emotional states are determined at least in part by the cognitive labels we attach to feelings of arousal. That means this theory is more connected with the cognitive appraisal. The experience of emotion depends on two factors: autonomic arousal and cognitive interpretation of the arousal. This theory is saying that we will depend on two factors. That's one is automatic or autonomic reaction or the arousal. That's the physiological arousal. When physiological arousal comes, we search for the cognitive interpretation of the arousal by searching the environment. Suppose if you stuck in the traffic jam, and you will be probably label your arousal as anchor. In that case, we can say that if you are stuck in the traffic jam, your cognitive appraisal will be boss will be angry, or our work will be pending, and like that such cognitive appraisals or such perceptions will lead to the anger, emotions of anger. It has two factor view because it considers both arousal and cognitive appraisal. This theory also supporting the James Lange theory that the physiological reaction comes first and after that the emotion will happen. This theory adding that before that process of the physiological reaction and the emotion, there will be a cognitive interpretation of cognitive appraisal will be there. Okay, next one is the Lazarus cognitive appraisal theory. It's proposed by Richard Lazarus in 1991. He built on appraisal theory to develop cognitive mediational theory. This theory still asserts that our emotions are determined by our appraisal of the stimulus, but it suggests that immediate unconscious appraisal mediate between the stimulus and the emotional response. This theory proposed that emotion is extracted from our appraisal's evaluation, interpretation, explanation of events. That means the Lazarus theory suggests that we have already learned many things, and if a emotional state or if a cognitive appraisal happened, we search for our appraisals for the evaluation, interpretation, and or explanation of the event by our previous learning. And after that evaluations or interpretations, we reach to a emotional state. That means if we think that last time, take consideration of the previous example, that if you are stuck in the traffic jam and you got late, you will feel that you will got late. At that time you think that The last time I have not get any shouting or anything like that. If I give a correct explanation as much as earlier to the boss, he will not be angry. He will not say I'm responsible and like that. At that time, like that, if that appraisal become easy, the emotion will be calm and peace. And if that appraisal get bad, he or she think that it's difficult, the situation will be difficult, he may feel anger and like that. That means this appraisal lead to all different specific reaction in different peoples. Next one is the facial feedback hypothesis. It's just an hypothesis. This is not considered as a theory. Even though the topic comes under the theories of emotion, it's just an hypothesis. Hypothesis means, you may know that hypothesis is a calculated assumption. A hypothesis indicate that facial expression can produce change in emotional state, or states that sensations from facial expressions help define what emotion a person feels. That means we can find out emotions from our facial expression. That means if we are happy because our facial expressions or facial muscles seems like we are happy. And also we can predict or we can find out what emotion by seeing our face. With the facial expression, we can say that we are happy. We are that his face seems like happier person. That's why he is happy. And making faces can affect the awareness and show by changes in heart rate and skin temperature. Our face expression will be affected by the autonomic nervous system, and it can change make some changes in our heart rate and skin temperature. This theory suggests that each facial expression produces a different pattern of activity. An angry face rises heart rate and skin temperature, whereas disgust tower both. And the final one is the evolutionary theory of emotion. It's a naturalistic theory developed by Charles Darwin, who proposed that emotions are developed because of their adaptive value. Every species, every animals will try to do the adaptation. That means, for example, we can say that fear would help an organism avoid danger, as thus would aid in survival. That means we are fear about our survival, our genetic survival, or our species survival. That's why we have got some emotion. If we are become happy when our survival or our genetic fitness will be greater, we will be happy. We will be threatened, we will be feared when our emotional state get bad, when our survival become difficult. So these are the theories of emotion. We will discuss the practical sides of the these theories in the next class. See you soon. Thank you.